Hello everyone, I am Mad from the Angry Virgins. Welcome back. This is a bonus episode for episode 1 of my command tutorial series. Check out the main episode if you missed it. It covers all the things that you have to know about basic commands and how to use a few simple ones. Today I'll be covering a couple extra commands that I think people enjoy using or would like to use that I didn't get to cover in the main episode. All the commands seen on screen right now will be shown in the video. If you don't need to learn about some of them or all of them, you can skip them or the video or whatever. As long as you learn something, I'm happy. Okay, so let's start with something kinda not really difficult, more just memory stuff. So, tell raw. I'll assume that you've watched the main video already, main episode, so I won't go in detail about what this selector is. I'm choosing myself as the selector. So, tell raw, what does it do? Well, it allows you to input something into the chat without your name. So, for example, I'll say hello into the chat. If I were to say hello normally, it would have my name. But tell raw, by the nature of the name, means you will say something without any player prompt. It'll just be the text that appears in chat. And this is the format you're going to want to follow if you want to use tellraw. So that's the basic tellraw command. If you want to enhance the text, for example, I want to make it bold now, this is the formula you put in. Hello, and it is now in bold. If you want it to be italics, it can be. And if you want it colored, you can also color it in by changing this to color and whichever color you want. So in this case, I like blue, so I'll make it blue. There. That's the basic tellraw command. All you need to remember is the structure. Squiggly bracket, and then enter text with the quotations, colon, and then the text that you want to enter within quotations. If you want to enhance it by any other font change, you add a comma and then whatever it is. If you want to add multiple, you just add another comma to separate it. For example, I want it colored blue and it's bold. I added a comma and now it's bold and blue. Simple. Fun. Okay. Cool. Moving on, we'll be using the title command, which is somewhat similar to the tellraw command. So, as you can see here with this simple setup, I have placed on screen some text directly in front of your face. Unlike tellraw, title will blast whatever text that you want in front of your face. And it does it in multiple different ways. So I will be teaching that right now. It's /title. And here are the different kinds of titles that you can have. For example, title, subtitle, and action bar. Those are the 3 different kinds. And the times, reset, and clear, I don't really have to teach that right now. I'm just teaching the basics. You don't really need to use that in a regular setting. It just essentially means you're resetting or editing the subtitle or action bar things for the next time you display the title command. So let's start with the basic. I will use the same format I used with the squiggly brackets and the text. So I'll say hello. But in this case, I have done the title command followed by the selector, which is myself, followed by the type of title it is. Title meaning big text on screen, subtitle being underneath the title text, and action bar being something tiny that I'll show you later. So that's what it looks like. That's the basic title command. You can edit it in the same way that you did with tellraw. So for example, if I want to make it bold, I can do bold true. Ta-da! And if I want to color it in, I can do the color thing that I did earlier. Let's make it red this time for variety. Hello! So, that is the title command for the basic title. If you want to add something beneath it, for example, in this case, I added a little hooray thing at the bottom. You do /title, subtitle, and then you put in the text that you want. So I'll put in hello, yes. So I'll say yes is my subtitle, and that didn't do anything, as you can see, because I am just queuing or readying the next title command. So let's just say hello again, and you'll see after loading the subtitle beforehand, it now has a subtitle, hello, and then yes is our subtitle. And finally, something unrelated to the two is an action bar. The action bar is another bit of text that falls under the title command, but isn't some glaringly obvious thing on your screen. Instead, it's just a simple tiny bit of text right above your, what's this thing called? Whatever, your hotbar or item selector bar or item bar thing. I don't remember what people call it, but I just call it the hotbar. So that's all you need to know for the title command. It follows the same similar format to the telraw, except now you can choose between different titles, and it does something cool. Moving on, we've got this pretty cool setup over here. What you see here is a simple andesite block. I will be teaching you the set block command. The set block command allows you to change whatever block is in a specific position or coordinate. Coordinates I'll be teaching in the next bonus episode, so stay tuned for episode 2 and its bonus episode for me to go in detail about that. But for now, set block, as you can see, I'm already looking at the block, so it prompted me. This little set of numbers, that will be your coordinates. So that andesite block is at the coordinates -68, 4, 5, 253, and I'm going to go change that block into, let's see, dirt. So what I did was I set the block at that position, which is the andesite's position, to a dirt block, and I'm replacing whatever's there. Boom. Simple. It'll naturally do the replace thing if you don't even put the replace, destroy, keep thing that you see on top here. So as you can see, set block stone. So I can change whatever the block is to what I want it to be. Boom. Now it's a stone. If I want to change it back to dirt, it's dirt. If I want to change it back to stone, it's stone. Simple. That's set block. Now, related to that is the fill command. While the set block allows you to change only one coordinate, the fill command allows you to change a large space. So I'm going to change this simple area into this set of stone into, I guess, diamond blocks to be fancy. Or gold. I like gold. I'll make it gold. So I'm going to use /fill, and then I'm going to set the coordinates. So this is -68, 4, 253 for the first block. And the second, seen on my sign over there, kind of hard to read, but I can still kind of make out the numbers. -67, 4, 254. So what I've just entered are the first coordinates and the second coordinates, position 1 and position 2. That's from what end to what end. And I'm going to make it gold blocks. And I'm replace. Boom. Now these 4 blocks have been changed to gold with the fill command. Once again, if I just want to change a single coordinate, I will use the set block. I have filled those 4 blocks, but let's just say I want the first one to go back to dirt. I can just use set block and change that thing into dirt. Ta-da! Alrighty! Next we have a very simple command, which is the locate command. Now the locate command allows you to find any structure that loads in Minecraft. So for example, I want to locate where the nearest village is. Well, I'll type in /locate village and boom. You'll see that it's 325 blocks away. That's quite far. Now, using the teleport command that we learned in the main video, we can actually teleport to those coordinates by simply copying in what it says. Poof. Now I'm at the village. Do take note that the locate command will also work with any other location in the game. I can't demonstrate this because I spawned in a flat world, but if I wanted to find, let's say, a mine shaft or an igloo or fortress or anything like that, of course fortress would be in the nether, you can find any of these locations that you need to. So, we have a very fun command up next, which is the summon command. The summon command allows you to summon any entity from within Minecraft to your location or relative location. So this list that you see right here is a list of all the different Minecraft entities. Let's just say I want to summon a creeper. So I'll do /summon creeper and boom. Now I have a creeper spawned at my location. If I wanted to summon a creeper, let's just say right next to me, I'll be teaching coordinates soon, but, or rather, what if I wanted to summon a creeper from way above me? Like maybe 30 blocks above me. That's how you do it. And that's the summon command. Very simple. With the summon command, you also have this NBT section where you're allowed to enter whatever hoopla that you want about the entity and change how they function. For example, I could summon a creeper 15 blocks above me that has a fuse of 0. It'll instantly detonate above me. I can teach you about these NBT tags in a different bonus video, but for now, all you need to know is summon summons an entity. Ta-da! And hey, now I want this creeper gone. I don't like him. That segues into my next command, which is the kill command. The kill command is a really interesting command that allows you to kill any... Hey, don't run away from me. The kill command is a very interesting command that allows you to kill a specific targeted entity that you want. So, let's say I want to kill this little innocent creeper friend. Okay, yeah, he isn't cooperating. I really want to kill this creeper friend. So, we'll do /kill and then its specific target. So, these selectors have one that is at E. This selector will select all entities, but we can limit the type of entities it kills by adding this bracket. This bracket followed by type equals will specify the target that the kill command will work on to a specific entity. Let's say I only wanted to work on creepers, then I'll type in kill all entities that are creepers. Boom. I have just killed all creepers in the world, which was just one. Ha ha ha, I have conquered thee, creeper. If I want to get rid of this gunpowder, I could do type item on the ground, and gunpowder is a specific item, but it's still an item considered on the ground as an entity. So now I've gotten rid of the gunpowder. Perfect, that is the kill command. You can also use it to kill yourself, but I don't want to encourage that, nor am I going to use that. Haha. And take note that you can also select type equals anything that is not the player. So that means kill any entities that aren't myself. But I would not like to do that because there are innocent villagers in the villages far away that I don't want to slay. Another fun trick that you can try with this selector limiter is you can add the type to be any creepers or any single mob, but you can also limit the distance that this command will work on. Let's say I don't want to kill I want to kill any creepers that are within, those 2 dots mean within 3 blocks from me. Well, in that case, I've just killed the creeper because it was in 3 blocks from me. I don't know why it walked towards me, but anyways, let's summon a new one, go far away and run this command. As you can see, it didn't work because the entity was too far away. You can do this to limit the types of entities you kill, and it's very useful to understand how to limit it, because if you accidentally kill every possible entity in the area without adding a limiter, you can accidentally kill all your armor stands, all your item frames, decorations, all the players in the world at once, and that's not something you want to do in a regular creative or survival setting, especially if you've built a giant monument. The next command is a fun command, which is the effect command. As you can see, these are different potions. Potions give you effects in a Minecraft game. For example, speed. A potion of swiftness would give me speed, so I could run around a little bit faster than normal with this effect on. Now, if you normally have to do this with potions, now you can just run a command to do this. So it's /effect give or clear. So if I want to clear this speed effect on me right now, I could do /effect clear myself of speed, and voila, I have no speed effect. But if I were to give myself a specific effect. So, for example, I want to give myself some extremely high jump boost. I will give myself jump boost for 5 seconds with the amplifier of 3. The standard that it gives you level 1 is 0. I know it's kind of weird, but 0 is level 1. So I'll give myself level 4 jump boost, which is entered as 3. As you can see, it's level 4, and I can jump really high now for all but 5 seconds. And that's how the effect command works. It's very simple. You just enter effect, give or clear, and then selector, and then the type of effect that you want, its seconds, and how much it amplifies. The maximum it can do is 255, but and for seconds it's, I believe, 1 million. But I'm not going to enter that because that's going to be too dangerous. So, moving on, we have our last command of the day. The game rule command. The game rule command is very, very useful, especially if you're in a small survival setting where you need people to stay alive, or if you're in creative or need to have something get done. For example, this tutorial. Notice the sun has not been moving at all. That's because before I start these tutorials, I always make sure that I have a specific rule on in the world, which is do daylight cycle. I do /game rule do daylight cycle false, and that will immediately ensure that the sun does not stop moving. If I were to set it to true, that means the sun would start moving. You can see it just slowly drifting up in the horizon there. Woo. There are other game rules that I can set in the game. For example, allow me to turn that off so I don't get distracted by it suddenly turning night. There are other game rules in the game. For example, /game rule keep inventory. This is something that you would like in your survival world for sure. So here, take a look. I have just turned off keep inventory, and that means every time I die, which is the default setting, your inventory will drop out of yourself. So let's use the kill command to kill myself. Poof. All of my items have just fallen right out of my inventory. But if I were to pick them all right back up, and instead use /game rule keep inventory true, this now means every time I die in the game, I won't lose my inventory. So I will kill myself again. And as you can see, nothing fell out of me. I still have my entire inventory on me right now. So that's very useful in survival, just in case you want an easy game where there's no risk of losing all your stuff if you're deep cave mining. There are other game rules that are fun, like, let's see. There are other things that you'd use in a survival setting, like mob griefing. Do mob griefing. That is something that, or rather mob griefing, that is something extremely useful. Let's say that mob griefing is true. Well, that means you could have, I'll just summon a creeper right now, with a fuse of 0. That means it'll detonate right here, right now. Poof! The ground has just exploded beneath me. Oh no! What if in a survival world that was your house and it exploded? Well, you could just do /game rule mob griefing false, and that means mobs can no longer destroy blocks. That means endermen and creepers can't blow up your wonderful housing or destroy anything that you've made. I'll summon a creeper again that blows up in my specific spot, but look, now it didn't do anything to the terrain, and it's perfectly fine. Another game rule that I like to use sometimes is do mob spawning. So you'll notice in this world, mob spawning is set to false. There's nothing spawning in my world. But if I were to suddenly set it to true, all of a sudden, you'll notice that slimes are popping out of nowhere. Oh, gosh, that's a big distraction to my tutorial, which is exactly why I turned that off. So I'll go turn off mob spawning, and this is where the kill command comes in handy. I'll do /kill type equals everything but the player, and just repeat that over and over until I get the result that I want. Now I am officially left alone in my world, and unfortunately I do believe I killed the villagers. Oops. But now I'm left alone, and that is how the mob spawning one works. There will be no more mobs that will spawn in your world if you turn it off. So, like I demonstrated, there's daylight cycle, there's other stuff like natural regeneration. You can make sure that in your world you don't naturally regenerate. You'll notice that in survival, if you eat enough food, you'll start regaining hearts. If you turn that off, you won't have that happen. There's also stuff like send command feedback. So you'll notice, oh sorry, false is what I meant. So you'll notice nothing popped up. I can give myself a piece of dirt. Normally it would tell me that I got dirt, but because I turned on that game rule, or rather turned off this game rule, it no longer appears. So I'll do that same command again, give myself dirt. That's what normally happens. You'll see that on my screen there was a little text that popped up that showed me I got a piece of dirt. Alrighty. I do believe that is all I needed to demonstrate. You can experiment with the game rule command, and of course you can use /help to refer to any commands that I missed out on, but these are the general commands that I see people using a lot. And yeah, this lesson is complete. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new. Bye-bye.